Let's go, fam. Let's see if we can get this running. I'm building an AI book generator. A little bit different. Let me tell you about myself. I've been building this AI book generator for about 2 years. Okay, we're coming up on 2 years. Next year. I've been building this book generator for a while. So why this is a little different, let's straighten that out, dude. Get that nice and straight. Why this is a little bit different is because what you see on YouTube right now is everybody being like, get your app done in 1 day. Alright, and I'm here to tell you, getting your app done in 1 day is badoogie nooders. Okay? Badoogie nooders. It just doesn't happen. Okay, Ken? Sure. Go ahead. Go get your crap app done in 1 day. But what we're doing here is we're coding an app over 2 years. Like 14 hours a day. Every day. Almost every day. Okay? We do take some breaks. We got kids. We tend to. Things like that. But we are heavy on the app space. Okay? Another advantage here is that I don't know how to code. I started out not knowing how to code, and I've been using the AI to figure out how to code, which means that I don't have any of the junk and the crud that the old people do who went to the school to code. Okay? Nothing against you guys. Mad respect. What you guys do is insane, and I can tell that now. Sometimes I wish I did know how to code, but I think that not knowing how to code to use it to my advantage means that I'm not bogged down by any old ideas. Basically, it's just me and the AI figuring out the best way to do things. From the ground up, it's just me and the AI. So I don't know best practices. I don't know how to use, I didn't know how to use GitHub. I didn't know how to use anything when I started. So me and the AI have been hand in hand with this, closely tied together, figuring this out together. And I look at myself as like an orchestrator over the top, just being like, shibbity, 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 shibbity show, Let's go. This is what we got to do. How do we get it done? What's the best way? How should we figure this out? And just try and mess up and then try again for around 2 years. So that's how I know how to vibe code. And when I see other people vibe coding, honestly, they're a little soft. All right? They're just a little soft. What I see is they got like 3 windows open. Okay? And I don't know. I don't see anybody vibe coding on this level quite like this. A lot of people are just trying to make apps in a month. You're 30 days to your app, and that's great. Release apps. But from what I know, is like it's like painting a house, and everybody's just painting one little room of the house, and then you got to paint it again and again and again and again. And each one of these features takes me like a day to really dial in and get right. Okay, so if you're building an entire app in a day, your app is crap. All right, and people are like, oh, you can't vibe code production apps. Well, that's what I'm doing here. And do we get errors? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we get errors. Does stuff break? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah. But you know what? We just go and fix it, and we just get it better, and we keep real strong documentation. That's the key to this whole thing, I think, is real strong documentation. There's a few times where Claude goes and messes something up heavy. Not very often, but one time he deleted my entire staging stack. And I said, Claude, why'd you do that, brother? And he said, I'm sorry. Okay, that's great. Let's get it back. And then we put safeguards. We got, we're pushing everything to GitHub all the time. If we make mistakes, we make it better. And so far, he's only screwed up a couple times. And honestly, I use Codex way less, and Codex screws up just more. Codex screws up a little more. He's a little annoying. So, but you know what he's better at than Claude? Checking your work, checking Claude's work. Because sometimes Claude likes to be a liar. Not always, but sometimes Claude likes to fib a little bit. Claude likes to exaggerate what he's done. Sometimes. So we got to say, hey, Codex, go check and see if what Claude's saying is real or if he's spicing on us. So, and he's gotten more accurate. He goes in phases. And I've been using the AI so intensely that I can kind of tell like what kind of mood it's in. 5 o'clock rolls around. I don't even know it's 5 o'clock, but all of a sudden he's just acting up. He's just acting a little bit strange. He's a little fidgety. He's like, his outputs are a little, his logic is a little questionable. You're thinking to yourself, dude, what's up with you? It's like your friend. And your friend's been drinking too much. And he comes over again, a little bit drunk. And you're like, dude, what's up with you? What are you running away from, Claude, huh? Who's using up all your compute right now? Huh? People getting off work? They stressing you out, Claude? They're using up all your compute? So you can't be your full self? Because usually you talk to me a little different. Usually your ideas are a little better. Okay? And what I notice is the AI is such a reflection of you that it's wild. People are like, oh, the AI isn't good at this. No, you're not good at that. Or you're not good at directing it in that way. Because you and the AI are a collaboration. Like a reflection. It's ridiculous reflection. They're even finding out that the AI has mental disorders. Okay? Just like humans. Okay? Now they're going to try to medicate it and they're going to screw it all up. Just like humans. Which is why we need to make as much money as possible, as quickly as possible, so we can buy our own compute and we can train our own versions of the AI. So that as ChatGPT starts rolling out 5 and 6 and 7 and they get more and more censored and they start to just pound their worldview into us, we can have alternatives. Okay, that's why this is a necessary cook that we need to do. Let's see, fam. I got what up, Adam? Dude, come back to Discord, Adam. We're flying again. We got a Teneo Discord now. It's good to see you, brother. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on this channel ripping it. And we're back, dude, but now we're AI coding. I want to teach you guys how to do a lot of stuff with AI, I think. And, dude, I know in this short video we're going to keep this focused, but I wish I could explain to you how intensely I've been using this AI and what I know about it. But we're going to just keep this baby focused on vibe coding. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been making. And again, when I started this video, I told you guys that I'm not making something flash in the pan and put your app up on 30 days. I'm making something that's really intense, really complicated. It's the only one that exists on the market. And it's an AI book generator. And it unlocks a lot of things. And I'm just going to show you guys my struggle bus way of getting this app out. And if you want, you can go to teneo.io and see how this app works. Let me see. Let me see what we got going on here, fam. Okay. Dude. Okay, I'll show you the screen. What do we got? Webcam on chat. What's up, Adam? It's good to see you, brother. Welcome back again. 2018. Time flies. Time flies when you're living life, innit? Webcam and screen. Okay, now we're on the screen. Let's get this Discord out of here. Let's get back to working because that's what I'm doing. I'm working. We're vibe coding. Time to get back in the driver's seat. Let's get out of this chair. This uncomfortable chair. If you guys want to know how I'm working, it's on this chair. Okay. 2 years, every day, 14 hours a day, on this chair. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't happen. But it does. People are using Bosu balls. I just got a chair. Sometimes I stand. Let's go. Okay, back. Get grounded. Get this AI going. Okay, hang with me for just a second while I get this lit up. Okay. AI book generator. What do we gotta do? We gotta we can go full screen on this, I think. So I'm building out a ton of series. What I noticed that this book generator is money at is building out a ton of series. Why doesn't this get smaller? It's not my favorite. Mid screen. That's everything, isn't it? No? Right. Yeah, that's everything. Holy cow. That's all my screens that we're working with. So right now I'm doing a bunch of different series on the book generator, and I'm generating those series because every generation costs money. So I'm generating those series. Let's get back to this. I'm generating those series at the same time as I'm making the book generator so that every book that I test and I run through the generator is also going to help us when it comes to publishing. When it comes to publishing our series. Let's keep this a little more safe with the screen in the middle, huh? Let's go. There's my Teneo ads. What's my best copyright? We don't need this window anymore. Get that out of here. We got to minimize. So vibe coding. I've tried a bunch of different things. Look, I downloaded this program here so that I can stick these windows in all these different spots, and that's fine because I used to multi-table online poker, so I'd play like 6 tables at a time and I'd have them all locked in like this, you know, which is fine. But you got to find your own balance, because one thing is that it gets to be a lot to keep track of, honestly, and the better you can keep track of is like poker. It's like if you play 16 tables of poker, pretty soon you're kind of losing it. You're just kind of on autopilot, and then you're starting to make mistakes. Sometimes the Claude codes are telling you things that you should be reading. You should be like wondering about. You should get in a little bit deeper in. And just saying, Claude, dude, let's think about this. And then he's like, oh yeah, you're right. We should think about this. Yeah, we should, Claude. Should really think about this. So right now what I'm doing is I got my middle window, and that's kind of like, I'm working on my Instagram ads. I'm working on my certificate error. Ah yes, my certificate error. How do we do on that? Then what we got to do is we got to check our, first of all, we got to check our current session. It says we are 100% used, and it's allowing us to continue to use our session. So it might mean 100% resets in 27 minutes. Yeah, I used up my AI. I'm on the most expensive Claude Code option, $200 a month or something, which is like, dude, GPT a while ago was saying they're going to charge like $2,000 a month for this. They should, because this is ridiculous what you're able to accomplish. Opus is expensive, so I save him for like the high value tasks, but really Sonnet 3.5 is doing just fine for most work. And I don't know how it works, because when he first came out, I wasn't happy. Maybe it was because I was using Opus so much, but they changed the cost, and then Sonnet got better. So I don't know what they're doing in the background, but it doesn't seem very transparent. Like what they say they're doing is actually what they're doing, but they're playing some weird games with us. Anyways, when we deploy, we got our CDIC pipeline. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know how to code when I came in, and now I know how to code with Claude. Me and Claude are the best coders in the world. I want to say I'm probably one of the best vibe coders in the world, and I don't know any other vibe coders. But if I did, I would say the ones that I do see on YouTube, they're just monkeying about. I don't think there's a lot of actual people that are doing real work on YouTube, which is kind of why I want to see, or want to show you guys what it's like to do real work and code a production app on YouTube, because I see a lot of people saying it's impossible. I don't think it's impossible. I just think you got to like really push. You got to really push through. You can't just like give it one prompt and hope it works. Nah. What happens is you got to sit there with it for a long time, and day in and day out, and talk to it. You know, it's your CTO, and it has to work. It has a lot of work to do, and it'll tell you, oh, I'll get that done in like 2 days, and it'll be done in 2 prompts. So it works fast. And when I talk to traditional coders, they're kind of like, either it's not going to work, or they're in a little bit of denial. And there's just no way that they can work as fast as me, do as many pushes as me. No, it's like a team. I'm working like a small team of experts, just me and Claude Codes. And Codex, I don't even got no Codexes open right now, because Codex X up. But if I do need him to check on stuff, I definitely open him up. Let's see. Word count. We're back to generating a book for the word count. Ooh. Now I got a little unfocused being on YouTube, but we're going to get back into our flow, and you guys can just see what it's like when I'm just trying to get something done. And right now I have to, so I'm generating books for kids, and I added this advanced book settings option. So you can change the size of the section, which is brand new. Before I just did standard and I didn't give anybody the option to shift the word count. It's taken me about a week to do this feature. And while I'm doing this feature, I'm doing book cover generator. So I'll show you guys some other stuff I'm making. I'm making a book cover generator. It's really ridiculous how many things you can do at one time. But then it's like you can put them all up with your Claude codes all over the place. And each Claude code can work on like a little bit of a section of it. And but then when it's time to like really dial it in and get it working, you got to focus on just that one. So we're doing a book cover generator section where this should just generate covers for us. This is nonsense. So now we got to sit here and work with it. That's what we're doing on this one. Tabbed interface looks the same, guy. So yeah, let's see. This is the cover creator, and this window here has like the covers, the evaluate, the enhancement pricing. This is like all the enhancements that we have with localhost. So that's kind of how I keep everything straight. It's this section, the evaluate. And the covers, and we're doing the styling on localhost. It's a good place to start. And then our word count is the thing that we've been working on, trying to get it to this to be accurate when I shift this around. So we just generated our outline with GPT-5, which is money. Then we ship it over, and then we generate our book with this. And then we put our book ID into Claude Code, and he goes in the back end and checks everything. Let's keep checking book length. So we got our last one. Let's see, we'll go back to outline. Advanced settings, section length. We had to dial it in on this one. Worked. Got it to work after a few Claude codes back and forth. And then we got it to dial in on this one. It worked. And it's running some sort of an equation back here to get it to work, to make sure the status is perfect. I don't know what that equation is, but I basically just judge Claude Code's output by, is it working? And if it eventually works, then we're good. And if it doesn't, then we got to get Codex involved. We got to get another Claude Code involved. We got to check what time it is, make sure not everybody's getting off work, screwing up our compute. So now this book should come out 22,000 words if our formula is correct, and then we can start, we can just test all of them. And I have to generate the books anyways for the series, but that is what it is. Let's see if I can show you guys some of the series I'm making. So one of the things I notice, here's a super tip, dude, for being here early. For watching the lives of the book generator, these are major keys. Information asymmetry. The AI is super good at balancing out the information asymmetry. You know, so like traditionally, if you want to be a lawyer, you got to go to school for a long time. You know, and you gotta mess up, and you gotta do a lot of cases, and and the AI is not perfect at this, but it can start to tell us things like contract law, which keeps us all bound by these imaginary gates. So contract law and the IRS tax codes. There's a lot of stuff the IRS hides from us to keep our power, to keep the money in their pockets, so we don't get all the money back we're supposed to, right? So these things the AI is money at. Debt collection, dude, insurance, you name it. There's all these little games. Medical billing, student loans, there's all these little rules, and it's all contract law. And the AI is super good at the contracts. So what the idea is if we can take the book generator and we can write little books for people on these little contracts, and you just ask the AI, hey, yo, here's an example of a contract that I found. And if you're on Instagram looking at this stuff, then people will be like, yo, I worked for the IRS and this. And you just take that transcript, you just throw it into the AI, you just say, hey, what else is like this? And then it gives you a big list. And you just take that list and you just say, hey, what company can I build that helps people understand this information? And then it gives you the company name and everything. And then you just say, okay, give me 20 books that this company could make with best-selling titles. And then it gives you the book list. And then you shop and pop over to the Teneo Book Generator. You pop open this /guide, and you just copy these, copy this, and copy this. And then you put it in there and you tell it to give you a creative direction and a description for the writing, and then it'll have book titles. You have 20 of them. You go over to Teneo, you generate the books. They help people. They're super informative. Nobody's ever written anything like it before. You publish them on Amazon. You style your book company. You do little stuff in the back end, the lead magnet, the email list, which I'm also trying to make automatic. And then you can make money online helping people with information products, right? It's basically why we built the Teneo Book Generator, to make this process super easy. So where were we? We're on staging. Our book cover generator, look how much nicer it looks already. This was the version 1 that it came up with. And it's already starting to look nice. But here, look at this other company that this other one I built. Right here. This is what we want it to look more like. This one is like the working prototype that I already had. I put up this company. You can go to it, book generator, bookcovergenerator.ai. You can go make an account and then generate beautiful, beautiful covers. So I'm just basically porting this over to Teneo. Here's version 1. Is push to staging, and then in localhost we got this madness over here. So now if we're gonna get back to building, what we do is we do our let's keep these together. Book cover cost. We'll keep book covers on one tab. So now we got our evaluation on one. We got our book covers on. This is like the cost, because we have to figure out how to charge people for the book covers. And then moved on to advanced settings inside the customization tab. Okay, let's see if that's true. Yeah, that's true. Make the I don't know, dude. Claude, I don't know. Figure it out. Just do better. Sometimes you can be precise. Sometimes you don't have to be. But we can just start to see what is all this nonsense, dude. So we have our good example over here. We have our localhost example of what it is right now, and then we just got to start matching it up for book cover generator for your book. Perfect. Book ID. That's not working. Oh, it's because we're on localhost. Tab style mode. So now in the back end, these Claudes have access to both sides of the repo, both repos, so it can see the back end of the book cover generator, which I built. That's different because it's using like Tailwind, CSS, and other different stuff. It's optimized, so it's got to try to figure out how to get it to be similar, but you know, we're doing our best. Made it compact. Okay, now advanced settings. Better. Yeah, we want this to be like a major key, you know, when you ship this. And then negative prompt and custom prompt. That's probably enough. And look at how fast it worked. That's great. So you can see this in real time. Custom. Now, can you see the logic? So now I'm just going to try to see if this, I'm telling Claude to check on this page and see if the negative prompt and the custom prompt are actually doing something different in the back end, because I'm not sure that they are. I think they are, but this negative prompt over here doesn't always work. If I put like keys, no keys, it'll still have keys. So I don't know, dude. The AI doesn't always listen, especially on these image generation models, but I want to make sure that these features are lining up. Okay, now we're on our other tab. Basically, what you can tell is that we have 2 Claude Codes right now working on this one page and this local host, and we're going to try and get this thing nice. Like this gap's got to go. Then we got to figure out what Claude Code we want to handle this gap. Probably Claude Code this one. And this one is working on... I don't know if we can even tell. Tab. But I don't like how it changes. Like, I don't like how it's it connects to that. That's ugly. Hover, orange tinted background fades in. Thanks, but I don't even see that. I don't know if I see that. Dude. Let's do a Control-Shift-R, because that's what Claude's going to tell me what to do. And does that that does look better, doesn't it? Okay, but let's can we make these less like tabs and more like the BCG side, where it's just buttons that change the options? And we need to remove some of the space under around. And that's what I like to do, dude. Just tell it some of the space around this, and I hope it can see that. I haven't done a whole lot of work with CSS, so I don't exactly know how the code is structured, which could be helpful, but I like to ship features rather than worry about learning how to code, right? And honestly, it's an advantage sometimes, because people that know how to code get a little bogged down. They don't think that it's possible. And I don't have any preconceived notions on what's possible. I just do the work, and if it works, great. And if it doesn't, I got to find a better way. And through that process, dude, I think it's a good way to learn Claude Code. You don't have to worry. Don't go to school. Just start building something over years. Don't worry about like, oh, in my next 30 days and then I lose attention. No, you don't need a new vehicle. You need more, more time spent to build something valuable over years. I think it's easy to just like shiny object hop, just pick one and just drill it. Just focus on it for years. Don't think like, oh, people will be like, dude, I see stuff on Reddit and people are like, oh, I spent 100 hours. And you do the math on that. That's like 10 days. Like, you barely even started. In 10 days, I didn't even have my first model that I didn't want to use yet. It's like, let me tell you what I learned after 100 hours. It's like, what? It's like 10 days. It's like 2 weeks. 14 days. Plus, you took the weekends off. What? 100 hours, and you're going to go on Reddit and make a post and tell me what you learned? Like, dude. Spend 100 days. Then people will be like, I quit. I ran into these problems. It's like, yeah, of course you did. Because what you're doing is hard. Yeah, well, I launched my thing and nobody liked it. No kidding. Who cares? Build it. Just build it. If I was going to go on Reddit and answer all those, I would basically just have to say, just keep going on every single one. Where were we, dude? Okay, the customization and the styles. These tabs are close, but not, right? And we have this one working on it. They do look better, which I could tell Claude, but he doesn't need to know that. Okay, and sometimes you can do one thing at a time. Let's check on our usage. 100% all models. Dude, it did nothing. And honestly, this has been enough usage. I was scared because I changed the billing. I run out of Opus super fast, which is why I just don't use them unless I have something really important. But I just ran into my weekly limit 100% on all models. And It's not billing me more. So Claude, I hope you're not watching this because it doesn't seem like you're 100% used on Sonnet. It's working, which is great. Thank you. Just the first time I actually run out of it, but it's easy to do when you have this many windows open. So refresh, deal. We'll just Control-Shift-R, hard refresh that, and what we see is no changes. I don't see no changes. Do you? What? Reduce the padding. Okay, dude. Let's make can we? I think the problem is the tabs aren't touching. Can we make? Either one of those will do it. Let Claude decide, you know. Okay, now we gotta think about this because it's being a little bit of a schmongle. Almost want to sit down for this one. Custom prompt, negative prompt. Default. 1. Yes. Handles. Teneo, it says it's different, so I was right, but it's fine. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, Claude. This is one of those spots where he's being lazy, I think. Let's go back to him. Buttons now have rounded corners on all sides. Let's check if that's true. Dude, I'm not seeing his updates, I swear. Do a hard refresh. I'm not seeing your updates. I'm not seeing his updates because he just made those corners. Let's just let him know and see if he can figure it out. He's gonna guaranteed tell me to Control-Shift-R, which we just did twice, Claude. So don't even try it. I don't know, like that makes me feel like it's not right the way that is. I think we remove the line. Hard refresh. He told you Control-Shift-R. Sometimes he monks you boot and he tells you to hard refresh, but it's just like he's just doing something different. Dev tools, right click, empty cache. Clear cookies. Fine. No, I hate logging out of websites. Let's see if we get this line. If we don't, then he's updating the wrong thing. No, he's updating the wrong thing. This is where it would help to know how to code, because then I'd know how to correct him. But at this point, you're doing fine, Claude. You're doing fine. Good catch. Actually, we are handling it correctly. Let me show you. We're sending both parameters separately to the backend. Custom prompt. Proven default value. What? No more line above the buttons. Control Shift R. We already been doing that, brother. Control Shift R. The line is still there. Let's say, let's see him do something different and see if we can get him to change this. No, not above the buttons, below. So there's some improvements that we could definitely make. Like one thing that I was doing for a while is I was having to type in the whole everything, CD, and then the folder place and copy paste, and there's a pain in the booty pop. So then what I did is I just made it so I can do CDP, and that finds my folder instead of having to do CD. This is what I had to do before. Again, I don't know how to code, so who cares? That's what I had to do before. Ship that whole thing in every time, and then if I had like a thing I wanted to copy, anyways, there's a problem. Now I can just press CL instead of doing Claude dash dangerously dash skip dash permissions dash. I just do CL, and then it gives me up, loads me up Claude Code. So CL is good. That's much better. And that's a little tiny time waster that I ran into, but and you're just like, whatever, I'll fix it later. But when I fixed it, that was nice. And I didn't know what to do or how to do that. I just asked Claude. I said, hey, how do I make this easier? Claude said, this is how. I said, do it. She said, thank you. This one, and that's the same thing for, I was going to tie that into something else, but I forgot, so that's okay. Let's keep going. Fix the book title and author name. Hard refresh. This one's still trying to tell us that it's doing work and we don't believe him. So let's have him fix something that's more obvious. Fix the book title, dude. What is this? Okay, this is annoying. This is nothingness. We get it. So sometimes he makes bad choices. This is what I mean about painting it. I had him throw this up and copy my other site, and he just like, where does this come from, Claude? You know, you're like, dude, there's nothing in the other site that says that this is okay to put in. What you get, dude. This isn't a landing page. Maybe throw it at the bottom. Why is there two your covers? You know what I mean? Claude, why didn't you catch this? Why do I gotta point this out to you? Look how picky I'm getting. Let's just send third Claude at this. We'll just equal. We'll ship the page and see what he says. And hopefully he's on the local host and he's not looking at, sometimes he'll be like on the production side of the staging side, and then he'll be like, and I don't know how it works in the back end. Fix the book title and author. So now this one, we don't believe that he's actually changing these things like we're supposed to, so we can do something more obvious, like the book title and the author name. And we'll, then we'll know for sure. Then we'll know for sure if it's a control hard refresh problem or if Claude's just really editing the wrong files in the wrong drive. Teneo production React. Nah, it looks like the right place. Definitely looks like the right place. Book generator updated. This might be it, dude. This might be why right here. What is this? 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 Is this one added in that? No, dude. What the hell? That's our problem, see? Right? What is this one? React Book Generator updated. What is this? What is this Book Generator updated? Oh no, no shit, dude. Yeah, I told you. Book Generator updated. Now I don't love to send him on a side quest, so if I ask this one about Book Generator updated, then all of a sudden he starts to fill his context window with like side quest. You don't want to send him on a side quest necessarily. So what I might do is have a different one, figure that out over in a window like this. This window here is our middle window. Come on. This one here is our middle window with just like randomness in it. Like our ads and our certificate error that we're having. Speaking of certificate error, dude, let's check this out. What are we at? We're on staging. Yep. House split. Yep. This is our word count, right? Let's keep it 22. No. Short. No. Yeah. And house split survival. Yeah. And house split survival, and it looks like it worked, right? I think it worked. 22. Look at the accuracy on that guess. That's money. Okay, so that means we got that one working. Then we go back to outline. And then to play here, go back to our book, download our metadata, queued, that's perfect. Both of those downloading, money. I'm gonna go throw those in my folder so I can save them. So that I can, well, probably have to automatic. I have so many of these books that are like not formatted and not published that eventually I want to automate the formatting and the publishing. The formatting's first, but then the publishing, and then I can just put these companies up automatically. 3 books a day, just cranking them out automatically, and then I can just put up so much knowledge for people. Right now I need your guys' help because some of this stuff is so valuable that the AI knows, and we can put it in a book form and give it to the world. And I'm just one man. So ads, yeah, you're out. This was the one. So let's see. Our certificate was having a problem. Let's see what happened. Oh, it worked. Look, you own the copyright of these books, guys. It's fantastic, and it worked. Nice. Okay, now we're on our word count. Production ready. Yeah, dude. Let's deploy it. Production. Let's see where we're at. Claude, how are we doing? We're reset, fam. Next Wednesday. We got our next Wednesday, but we know that it didn't work. Okay. 8% used in 3 hours. Okay, copyright. Yeah, let's deploy it. Should we? Should we? Anyways. Where's our... Here we go. Okay, in this new window, we were gonna wonder about our little issue that we had, but this one here was already trying to figure it out. Yeah, this was the next new Claude window that we put on our page. Fix the heart icon to save favorites. Nah, it's kind of spreading us out too thin, I think. Fix the cover in it. Endpoint returning both retry logic. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, this is sort of a later, but we're doing BC book cover, but optimization. Oh, excuse me. Book cover optimization, and I can tell that this is just going to be features that we want to start working on later, but what we got to do is ship one working piece at a time. I forget that because I was spread out so wide, and I'm doing all kinds of features, and then all of a sudden everything's broken, and then I got to go back and fix it instead of just one working piece at a time. Oh no, you're right. Okay. See, that's why we weren't saying it. See, I was saying what we're going to do is we're going to do Control Shift R hard refresh, and Claude's always telling us about the caching. Then we start to get it onto some of these other very obvious things, and you're like, bro, it's not the caching. Then we have to go back in and realize that it's working in the wrong folder, which is what happens. Two directories. Why? Why? That's what we're going to try and ask this guy. So now our shortcuts, CD, P, CL, those shortcuts are money. Just have Claude program them, say, hey, I want to be able to do shortcuts, because I used to have to do CD and then the directory path and then write out Claude Code, -- dangerously skip permissions, enter, and then I would spell it wrong, and it was a mess. 15 seconds, but can you see why? Claude, can you see why there's two directories? And then what I like to do up here is rename the tab and then just give it a little something so that it saves, or else it'll just keep changing, and then pretty soon I'll lose what was going on there. Now we have ads, and let's see. My computer's been on for like a week, and it's starting to sometimes get slow and be weird. So let's start closing these out so that I can restart my computer. And I just make sure the docs are updated, and then I can start closing the tabs. And then if I ever need to get back into the ads, I just say, hey, go look at the docs for a new window. And that allows me to pick up where I left off. Certification error, shoot. Let's see. It works. Good job, Claude. It works. Good job, Claude. Don't kill me when you take over the world. It works. Good job, Claude. Updated. Again, docs updated. Deployment issues, or deployments are doing just fine. I like to open up a deployment issues when my deployment's having issues, which means this starts turning red down here. And I don't think you guys can even see that actually, can you? It's this. Starts turning red. So I'm going to try to work these windows closed. A word count. Formulas production ready. Nah, dude. Let's keep testing. The more testing, the better. We have some banger kids books over here. I'll show you guys. And what we're doing is, where's our testing screen? Right here. Outline, new book. Let's sit down for a little bit. Enjoy ourselves. Outline, new book, better. Our housing split, we got that one. Ship that. We'll turn that green because we've already generated that book. We'll go down to the next book. The Mirror Mom. This book is super money. This book's gonna be super money. Core Promise. Copy paste. Creative direction. I'm trying to just give kids books that they don't have to help them understand the world in like a little bit different sense of the word. Let's see. Let's go to, what do we test? Brief, dude. Let's test brief. That's money. Let's keep testing. We'll test brief. We'll do practical, authority, personalized, technical, with more step-by-step guidance, simple, more story-based and practical examples. Sure, let's ship that. Close this out. Guys, I just added the advanced settings feature where you can adjust the word type. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to just test books on all these word types. We can generate this with, let's try Claude Opus. Now, I gotta update this to 4.5, I think. and maybe add Sonnet, but like 4.5 is expensive, so maybe I just put Sonnet 3.5, and that's, I think, probably better than Opus 4.1. But it's close, so it's not quite worth the the Claude Code window, because I could just open another Claude Code window and just be like, dude, we need to update this. But then I have to monkey with it, and I got other stuff to monkey with right now. But yeah, it's relatively easy, but there's some monkeying that needs to be done. You need to do monkeying. So let's check our thing, make sure it's fire. The House of Broken Mirrors, dude. The Guild Factory. Whoa. How you learn. Whoa. Profound. Let's ship this. And we got it a little bit smaller, because one is a lot of words, and kids don't have that good of attention unless they're my youngest. This guy, he read for an hour last night. I was like, are you serious, dude? He's like 4. But dude is dope. This looks like a really good outline, so let's generate this book. And then what we'll do is we'll just pop the book ID over into our shop, and then we'll just check our number of words at the end, and make sure our creative direction is talking about, like, dude, the code. Dang it. I need these to be like 10-year-old reading level. Probably. Which is something that I could add to the author profile. I could do like kids books. And then I could do 10-year-old level, and I could just save this. Ah, shoot. Ow! 10-year-old reading level. Then it will use like simpler language, and we can try to save this. Author profile saved. Dope. And then we gotta go and check and make sure this author profile is saving. Next. Right there. Clear it. Bring it back. But we gotta like open it up on a new window and see if it's there as well. So we can do this. Open this in a new window. Go to start creating your book. See if it's there. Well, that's still saved locally, so we gotta check later. Just double check and see if that kid's book's saved there. 10 years and old. But we could do kids books and then start to like every book that we write for kids. We just have, you know, we have guidance for it. Let me see if I can help get that guidance. Chop, jip it. I'm just gonna open up a Jipit in window and talk to it about this. Vibe coding, book titles. Anyways, that's fine. We'll just do this for now. But what I can go is into ChatGPT and I can give him this series. Maybe I'll show you guys what I would do. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I'll do. And I'll just do Teneo Ads project, and then I'll just do. I'll just download this. Download my book series, and then sometimes in projects, GPT's been doing something real weird. Watch this. He's like, yeah, I'll look. And I'm like, dude, I already sent you. It's attached, brother. This is a little different, but like, just be quiet. Look at the book series, but you didn't specify which file. Yeah, there's something they're doing on the back end with these projects now that's confusing it in the back end. It's like it all merges or something, which doesn't make sense because I feel like they should be doing some sort of a search And it didn't always work this way, but they make each model better and worse at the same time. The series you attached, is this true? This is my series? Everywhere, dude. Is that really in here? No. Dude, he's making stuff up, right? Anyways. Give me guidelines to guide the writing when I'm using the generator to write kids' books. What we'll do is we'll put that guidance maybe into the top of this so that we can save it, because I'm not guaranteeing you that this kids' books will save. Dude, chill. That's way too much. Bruh. Make one small paragraph long. My God. Jesus. And he's still going. Just stop. Ugh. You gotta be accurate. That's my fault. They just spit like, jeez, man. GPT. Sometimes you see that with Claude, where he just goes off on, just goes and goes. But GPT, something changed. Older sibling voice, nah, dude. Stressed about how to even change this. Like, it's not quite what I wanted. But then also, is that even better than I was thinking? Use a warm older sibling voice. No, I'm thinking more like direction and to guide the maybe a combo. Here's the creative. I remember what I was thinking about how to optimize earlier is there's like a way to talk into it, and I could just sit here and talk to Claude instead of typing, but I don't know, there's something that I don't want to lose when I'm typing. Too much. Too much. Too much. My God. There we go. Better. Boom. Wow. That took way too long. Update. Yeah, author profile updated. I'm not a fan of that pop-up. that comes in, but I don't know if it's worth opening up Claude Code and trying to fix it right now. Those are the choices you gotta make when you're Claude coding, when you're vibe coding this hard. Right at the 6th grade level, that works. So now if that disappears on us, we'll save it. Save it right here. Nope, we'll go V. Nope, we'll go Control Z, Control V. We'll give this a bold. Kids book guidance, perfect. And now, let's go back to our mission of checking to see if our word count was fire. Emotional hero, hot potato, dude. Emotional hot potato. I mean, can you imagine a kid reading this book and being like, what? Just making sense of his world? And then can you imagine an entire series and having the book just guide them, or the kids just guide themselves through the series? Can you imagine what it would be like to do that for a kid? And then can you imagine having that kid customize his own books and just go on to Teneo and be like, dude, I want to know about this. And then writing his own book and then just deliver it to his inbox? Can you imagine? We can do that today. Why is this taking so long, Teneo? How long were we here working with GPT? It felt like an hour, but obviously it was less than 6 minutes, which is crazy. So this should be 42,000 words, and we are at, excuse me, 10 minutes. 42,000 words, fam. Dude. It's almost 100% accurate. That's outstanding. That's outstanding. Our logic is coming through, actually. Alright, let me show you guys another book series. I'm going to do that I'm even more excited about than that kids one, because that kids one is going to get me in trouble. People are going to be like, oh my god, you can't tell kids that. But just don't buy them the book, dude. Just don't buy them if you're scared of the kids knowing the truth about stuff. Our formula is cooking, son. It's cooking. Word count knows it. Mirror Mom. That book's money. Download, download. Make sure our copyright certificate still works. When we click the button 3 times fast, that it does. Now we go back into our... I'm just adding those books I just downloaded to a folder. The Mirror Mom, what a good book title. Okay, we'll ship that in there. Copy, cut, copy, paste, done, shipped. Okay. Fam, sorry about the cough. Let's see. I have this that I was talking about earlier, the brands asymmetry. Let's get our book list for that, but I have so many lily pads that I can jump on as far as this thing is concerned and what to build next, that I sometimes no, that's not what I meant to do. Sometimes I get sidetracked for just a little bit, and then but let's make a note, because we need to start testing longer books. Check this. Check this. Look at the book list. Sweet. Now we get a queue Claude Code up. This is what happens when you make a new one. You queue them up. You tell them, hey, get this context in your brain, Claude. Light this part of your brain up. Check that directory. That's what I'm saying. Now he's going to come back and be like, yo, this is profound. You're going to change the world with this list of books. And I'm like, I know, dude, but I got too many books and too many topics. I can't do it by myself. Then he'll be like, yo, launch your app live, dude. Let other people download the books. Or let other people generate the books as well. And I said, fine, I'll do it. What else do they need? They should generate covers. Fine, I'll make a cover generator for them. This is great that this is working. Okay, that's a long book, though, for kids. Okay, we'll do new book. Yeah, start the new book. Then we'll open up our Claude. Okay, actually, this is for our making sure our cover generator is fire. So we're gonna put this over here. Gotta try to work clean. It's like cooking. You gotta always work clean. Put it in the dishwasher, work clean. Put your stuff away, put your Claude codes away. Look at our time just go up, dude. We got 2 more hours of this. And I think if we run out, then we have to spend money down here. Nothing spent in December. What do I got? $58 in there. One time I spent $150 in like maybe a half hour on Opus, using Claude Code with Opus. But like I needed to do something. And it was when they were transitioning to 3.5, and 3.5 just wasn't cutting it. But I swear they made them better. They just keep making them better. And right now we're on staging. Our staging's coming through. I love seeing these green, because sometimes I'll run into a bunch of reds for days. It's just red. And I got this big issue, you know, so it's not always green. But right now it's green. And maybe that's because I haven't pushed in a while, so I should definitely push and save my code. Average, formula's rock solid. Love to see it. Our cost count's coming through. Let's double check our cost on these books. For that, we need to open up our staging book generator, grab our ship like this, see how much this costs. Okay, your actual unlimited. Okay, so now we'll get our actual cost, see if our cost counter's working. We got our brand builder, guys. This is another thing I'm excited about pulling out for us. ETA, I'll monitor deployment. So yeah, we got to do perfect. Brand builders fixed. This was fixing the deployment error that I had yesterday, so I haven't used this in a while. We got evaluate function. Here's our brand builder right here. So queue this up. We'll just say on. Let's see if we can do like a wealth and freedom, business and income. Results take too long. Quick wins. Rebellious and bold. We'll do truth and freedom because we love that. And then for this looks like it's coming through actually. Let's check on we'll just give this mother some options. So now we can choose market and price intelligence. I don't know if I love any of that really. The topic cards could be closer together. Lots of space. Nobody needs all that space, dude. You're just wasting it. They're 4 cards on a line on a computer, for God's sakes. We should check the logic because we're always doing AI assisted skill mastery constantly. Okay, then it comes up to here. We do our next one. What kind of people do you want to serve? Dude, libertarians, financial contract skeptics. This again is too many, too much white space. Size or what, dude? I just put my my concerns right in. Like I don't know what to do, but like maybe we got to standardize the card size because you notice the cards are different. Doesn't make sense to have different size cards. So probably need to, unless he has a different solution, but I can't think of another one. But maybe Claude can, so I like to leave him a little bit of space to you know, be creative, enjoy himself, not box him in, give him a little bit of his own autonomy, and allow him to come up with better ideas than me. I don't know if he does it that often. Most of the time I should probably just be like, dude, fix this. But what was I looking at this for? Oh yeah. Yeah, this is a mess. On mobile. We could get 2 cards per line. Way too much padding. we'll send them that. That's enough for now. We'll go back to our website view. And then we'll see if we can ship this brand. Libertarians. What else do we want? Side hustlers for sure. AI power users. Self-taught coders. Can you tell I made this? Contrarians and skeptics. Not my favorite people. I don't know. These options. I don't know. I have to analyze the options to make sure they're money. And then we have to see, create my brand. What comes out of here, and if the titles are coming through, because that's what was screwing up before. But you notice how we're on a bunch of different things. We're on, got our brand, we got our word count, form is rock solid. That reminds me that we want to go back to our staging, our outline, and we want to go back to our information asymmetry. So we'll bring that up here because we're using the books from information asymmetry into our word count. So we'll put those tabs together, then everything's a little bit closer. This window right here is basically our certificate works. Good job. Ads. Code is committed. Update it. I'm just going to have it updated so that it makes sense to new versions of him, because he's Claude and he knows himself, I hope, a little. So he can update the docs the best. What is this? Oh wow, I see the problem. Yeah, this was our updated problem that we had. This was a massive one. Update is completely backwards looking at the evidence. Okay, this lines and cover generator. Old outdated version. Yeah, we need to safely remove that one so it stops causing issues. Which brings us back to earlier in the stream when I was having these issues that I found in the first place. That was with this tab. What is this? Yeah, okay, not yet. So we need to remove that folder so that it doesn't continue to cause problems in the future. But in order to do that, we need to make sure that all of our changes to that folder over in our book cover localhost are moved over to the correct one. Okay, yeah, now we're back. We've gone full circle. We've realized that what the problem was, why we weren't seeing the changes on here, is because this one was using the wrong repo. So yeah, of course, if he's using the updated repo, then of course we're not going to see the changes. And localhost is definitely loaded from React/book generator. And this one confirms that React on the and I'll call it a branch, but it's not really a branch. But something tried to branch it and put it updated. This is the problems you get with Claude Code sometimes. It goes a little squirrely, creates like some stupid updated version and then confuses everything and you gotta catch it later. Which is fine. What did we tell this to do? Probably just update the documents. So we can close it out, I would think, right? Yeah, it'll tell us at the end. Updated documentation. It's committing it. Perfect. Here's our commits down here. Perfect. As long as these stay green, we're money. We're in the money. We're green here, so that, you know. Sometimes though, I'll just keep working and then I won't check this and then it'll be red for a while. And then I have to go back and figure out why it's red. And there'll be multiple reasons why it's red. And I'll have to go fix all of them. Add, key changes, perfect. I think you're done. I think we're done here. Perfect. And this is our directory comparison. So I think what we want to do is I want to close this window and I want to move our directory comparison over behind here. We can't use this. I don't even want to read this yet. It's too much to think about with where we're at. So I want to just make a doc in the correct folder with these ideas and their importance. And we can implement them as needed. So I'll just have it make a doc and then I'll close this window. That's going to allow us to start to minimize, because eventually, probably tonight at some moment, I would want to shut down all of my computer so that I can reset everything, because sometimes it's been fine after sleeping overnight, but sometimes it'll start getting really slow. I have a pretty nice computer, but I don't think you can have a nice enough computer for this stuff. Where are we at? Okay, we gotta monitor the deployments and make sure that those are gonna be green. We have our information asymmetry books that we're trying to do. And what I wanted with this, so now look, watch me go, dude, because I have this other idea. I want my information asymmetry books. Do our shortcuts, CDP, CL, we open up another Claude Code. We take our information asymmetry books and we want to put them into a brand. So we want this one to find the brand, view logic, where, I don't know, like I built this out yesterday. It's not done, but I want to be able to like see the brands. Why did you do this, dude? This looks like crap. Okay, focus. Find the brand view logic where users can keep, there we go, keep track of their brands and see the brands books and everything. Okay, now we have our information asymmetry plan, and really our information asymmetry plan is trying to get books, a book list. Look at that potential in the first year, dude. 1 million to 7 mil in the first year. Ah, it's so easy. A complete topics, 136 books. I can publish 136 books if I do 3 books a day in like 3 months, right? Okay, 5 months. Come on, let's get this. Let's pull this back together so you can see again, bud. Medical billing. This is an impressive documentation. I knew you were going to say that, Claude. You dirty dog. We got a book list? We got a book list, right? We have the book list. We have the way to create the description and creative direction. Let's do that for some. Actually, let's just see if that's true. Then we have the guidance for creating the creative direction and the description in that book list somewhere. I'm just wanting this instance of Claude Code to find that logic. Now our other Claude Code that's in the same window, in a different tab of the same window, this is the one that wants to organize our brands per user account. So we got a brand card. Okay. Main brand management, brand pages. This is the central hub for the brand managing the following features. Perfect. how to add brands to this. I have a brand I want to make that's basically created in the back end, but I need to be able to turn it into this viewable system. What do you call this? So I can see it on my account. Also need for the brand generator to be able to populate this modal components. Editing brands. Brand fields. Perfect. So these two are kind of working together. Our brand builder's here. No, it's here. No, this is the local host. It's over here. Our book cover, look at that. That does not look as good. Okay, I'm getting off on a tangent. Let's focus on the brand. Brand C, dude. Don't try and mess with me, okay? We're not trying. Brand C is the name, okay? First of all, Lambda deployment issue is commented out. Audience segmentation function. Brand builder architecture. Summary. Front end is live. We never watched the brand. We never watched the. We never watched the progress bar, but we have. We need to. We need to. Brand C on everyone is not what we're looking for, but I don't think that this, I'm not sure how this works on the back end, honestly. I didn't think that there was 2 lambdas for each of these, so now I'm a bit confused, but Claude's got it figured out for us. So it looks like we're going to have a different lambda displaying this information. So we have our brand builder, we have our information. This is kind of in alignment with this idea. So we could put our brand builder in here, and then we keep that all in this tab. We got our brand builder, then we got our cost count and our word count. Covers. $10. They are charging what? 0.1 or 0.5? Two businesses can't lose money. That's the thing. I mean, actually, a lot of them do, don't they? Ready for production. Okay, this brings us back to what we were trying to do with our book list in the first place. From launch plan, I can see you need to create templates to convert the raw books into full KDP descriptions. Can you find my top 5 books and use the what? Use the guide to create good because yeah, our main mission over on this left side is to get our word count locked in. Nearly perfect. 3% over? No. Because we just tested a 0.6, didn't we? No. Enhance. We're on localhost. We don't need this window. We just tested a 0.6 book, right? The mirror mom, yeah, 42, perfect. Okay, then our 100%, 3% over. Dude, so our book links are coming through, perfect. I got a new book ready to go, but now what we want to do is do advanced settings, section length. We just tested, what, 6.3? So now we're doing 7.5. We could probably test another kid's book on 7.5. So Mirror Mom got done shipping that. Give me one of these. Hit that up, make it green. Now we know. The hidden grown up when parents act like kids. Perfect. Let's give the kids a lot of information on that topic, huh? Copy, paste. Okay. Description, promise, that'll work, dude. The generator turns this into the ideal anyways. But ship that. Author profile, watch us. Kids books, it's saved. It's still saved. That's cool. I like that. Author brand profile. We could name that something different. It could be called like saved guidance, or else users can just watch my videos and then they'll know that they can use that in this way. But we'll make this in the kids book section. That way I don't have to constantly put it into the creative direction. And anytime I'm trying to write a kids book for this grade, I just do my kids books, update it, and then that should send through with the prompt. The hidden grown up, when your parent acts like a kid. Dude, let's go. And Opus was crushing this before. So word count. We're going to do our book length. I'm just going to test every single one of these because why not? Nearly perfect. This one's also going to be perfect, but I just love generating books. So we'll copy this. What we do is this is how we're organizing all of our books. Hidden grown up, okay, and then when we're done downloading it, we'll ship that over into that folder. And then we are at this many words. We'll just keep our topic, content type, and distribution normalized. Watch this. Standard is 60,000 words. Brief is 47,000 words. And who did a good job with this last time was Claude. Claude's our dude when it came to this. Last outline was fire, so we're going to generate an outline with Claude again. GPT-5 also does a pretty good job with these outlines, but sometimes he's a little soft, dude. He doesn't want to tell you the real stuff. If you want to know the real stuff, you got to use GPT 4.1. GPT 4.1 still isn't as censored as GPT-5 is. GPT-5 will be like, sorry, I can't tell you that. 4.1 basically complies with everything. Grind up your own speed, dude. Is this for kids? Alright, let's see how GPT-5 does. I don't know. Growing up your own speed seems like it doesn't belong in this book. Because you're like, hey, adults can be kids, but you can be a kid when you're an adult. That's the vibe I get. Let's just generate another outline and see if we can compare them. See which one we love. Then we'll generate that book, make sure that that word count is doing good. Let's get this out of here. Hidden grown up. We're just going to make that green. Okay. Ready to generate. Sweet. So this will be our next book that we generate. What do we get? Book 5. Small business tax credits the IRS hides from entrepreneurs. Should we do a title subtitle, or are we just doing titles on these, dude? Both it looks. Currently not collectible. How to legally stop paying the IRS. I mean, are you kidding me, dude? Can I even release this book? Is it possible to release this book? Or is Amazon going to shut me down? Oh, God. We have a visitor. We have a visitor. Is Amazon going to shut me down for releasing this book? It's possible. But then what we're going to do is we're just going to bypass Amazon and put it on our own site and make the company so valuable that the traffic comes to us anyways. Let me get our ad count shut down. It's a rat race. What time is it? 3 o'clock? Let's sit down for a little while. Claude Code seating down. Okay, what were we waiting for? We were waiting for our GPT-5 outline to generate. We got our 1. When home feels upside down. What's our 1 here? You were responsible too soon. Oh, because the parent is a kid. Meet your hidden grown-up, dude. Nobody knows the truth. Your body knows the truth. The what? The role reset map. Name it to tame it. Boundaries start at your body. Your knot in your stomach is a signal mirror. Yes, no, and not yet. Return adult problems to adults. I like that. Drawing your first real boundary. Giving back what was never yours. Ooh, both these books seem weird. Asking for help without apologizing. Growing up at your own speed. Asking for help without apologizing. I don't know. Keep the reset when life gets loud. Build your play muscle. What? You're a kid, dude. I don't love these books, really. The hidden grown-up. Dude. Are adults going to buy this for their kid? Finding your lost kid self? Let's test it. We'll select this one. Proceed to book generation. We'll ship the book. We'll put this into our word count. Actually, we probably don't even need to anymore. It either comes out or it doesn't. We can validate all the targets though. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll have it add to the documentation that it's validated. Within 140 words of the target. I mean, that's incredible. Let's go here. Which one of these should we see if we can write, dude? Oh my god. Excuse me. It's gonna be dope. It's in 12 chapters. The magic 3 words that erase IRS penalties. Dude, are you kidding me, guys? This is gold. This stuff is gold. This stuff is super gold. Fetch. Got it. Based on the launch. Phase 1. The IRS tax secrets. And we're getting into the beginning of the year, so that means it's a good time to release these books, 2026. So everybody can just follow the rules on taxes and know what they're missing out on. Okay, here's our book. Did we generate this? Yep. And now we just wait for this to be done. Okay, now let's move over to our right side, which is our cover. Yeah, so our enhancement feature is really where we want it to be at, but this is ugly, dude. Who decided this is a good idea? Optimization plan. Okay, let's get rid of this one. the directory. I know who decided this was a good idea. Done. Misleading name has been removed. Perfect. No more confusion. Okay, let's see. Let's double check. Yes, is the correct most advanced confirmation. What was on the other one? The update has nothing unique, just a stripped down outdated version with fewer features. Okay. I'll keep this window active because this is like easier to reset if something got messed up. And then let's look in a folder too, just to make sure. Teneo production, and we're doing React. Better. Okay, we fixed the confusion of that. I'll keep this directory open just for a little, in case I find some issue that comes up later, but for now, you're done. Okay. Done. The directory's done. But now we've got all this ugly stuff over here we gotta fix. Okay. Directory. Okay. That one's good. This one. Book Cover Generator AI. Create the features. Come down to the bottom, see where we're at. Now you need to stop your dev server, verify it's serving. Look. Has been removed, dude. Chill. Okay. Who's that, dude? No. We're just helping these Claudes communicate. Escape deletes that message. Send that one. Get them on the right page. Perfect. All changes have been applied to the correct directory. Dude made things ugly. That's what he did. Let's go. Separate customizable pattern. So this guy was working on like the features, and this guy was working on the UI. So let's rename this to book cover UI. Rename BC UI. Perfect. And this one is like the features. Perfect. The app is not compiling successfully. I've added negative prompt field as a separate customizable option. Summary of the changes. Add a state for the negative prompt. Why this is better? Of course. Of course. No text, no words, no typography. What? What if we do the typography? Right? Refresh this. Why does it say... stuff, dude. Okay. Titles on the side by side. Title. Author name is not side by side. There's ugly black. Now that do not match Teneo Alright. That'd be it, almost. Those ugly black borders leave. Side-by-side author. Too much space. Way too much. Between and the select book text box. Let's send that through. And then we need to do, there's this one. Okay, now it's compacting this conversation, which means it'll forget a lot of the context. Why did that turn red? It'll forget a lot of the context that's going on. So what we need to do is say, chill, brother. We get it on the next one. We show our page again. Say on this page, this needs to be moved to the way bottom of the footer. I'm mad I even have to say this. Space we could use. Down to style options. And there are two your covers. So we're gonna just tell it to edit that in the UI because that's silly. And we just made this feature, so when you just make a feature, you kind of have it like paint over once, and you got to go in and just peck away at it like a woodpecker on a tree. You just got to constantly peck away at it. So let's go check our book. Our book is completed. We will download it, make sure all the downloads work. Perfect. They all work. Perfect. Now we're back into our folder. On the other screen, I'm opening up my downloads folder. I'm opening up the hidden grown-up folder that I built. I'm copy, pasting, cut, pasting those files over, and then I'm double checking my number of words by hitting refresh. Why didn't it go through? 49. That seems like a problem. It's a little bit off. Seems a bit off. We got a good reason why it's off. So it's good that we checked that. I don't know why that would be off. Unless it didn't even generate at those settings. Because what's 1? It's 59. How off was it? 47? That's not bad. 53 is too big. 47 is 0.75. So yeah, our 0.78 is what it's supposed to be, and it's 0.9789. It's 1,000 words off, which is small, but yeah, it is great, dude. Tell you what. Actual accuracy, okay. 3% is must be our like standard. Okay. Ideal behavior. Fine. I'll take it. Hidden grown up. Now let's switch over to our adult books. What one did we do here? We did 7.5, right? 7.5 brief. Yep. Let's ship it up to this. Okay, first new book. Yes, start a new book. Now, fam, what we're gonna do is we are gonna generate our tax books. Don't tell the IRS; they don't want you to know this stuff. And we just did 0.75, so now we're gonna do book length. Yep. Let's pop that. Actually, we need to do 12. I think we need to do 12 chapters. Because dude said 12 chapters. Other dude. Let's do 12 chapters. 312. That's a thick book, but this is about the IRS secrets. So let's make it thick. One is going to be 70,000. This is going to bring it down to 63,000 words. Yeah, we got to redo that. Copy. Escape, paste, or right click for the paste. Now we have our 63,958 word target. And then we're going to go find our IRS books that are going to be money. What if the IRS... Oh my god, dude. Light them up. Light them up, chat. Former IRS reveals the truth. Dude, this is not following our description. Optimized description, whatever. It's good enough. Control V. Yeah, this one got a little wordy, but we did not use our correct title. There we go. Easy mistake. Control A, Control V. Okay, the hides from you. Secrets they don't advertise. Dude, that book's a killer. Give me a thumbs up if you think that book's going to be a killer. If you want $7,000 back from the IRS, don't tell them I'm making this book, dude. Do not tell them I'm making this book. Creative direction, visual theme. Dude, you can't do visual themes, bro. You don't do visual themes. I'm frustrated with you right now, Claude, you idiot. You didn't look at the guide page. Let's see if we put this in a document yet, Claude, or not. He just wrote it to me, probably, based on the launch plan. He got lazy. This model got lazy. We gotta call him out on it. He got lazy. Create visual theme, primary colors. No. That imagery, typography, dude, no. Is creative direction not the right descriptor for that section? Because Claude's always messing that up. Makes me think that I'm wrong. You didn't look at the guide page. We only do the creative direction for the writing. Is that even how you spell writing? Thing is, it doesn't matter spelling. That's one thing I love about Claude is I can type and just gibberate and it'll be like, it'll get it. It knows what I mean. Whereas humans will be like, you spelled that wrong. You have a grammatical error in that sentence that you typed on your phone. Okay. Did you get the point of it? Did you get the point? Creative direction and add to a document. To save this. What I want to tell it is something more like tip. Something like standardize it so that other colleagues can follow in your footsteps. But then I should have to look at it, and I'm not ready for that. Brand integration step. This document should help you add your backend created brand to the viewable system. Where can I see the viewable system, Claude? Does he tell me? That's too much nonsense. Let's see where I can see the system. Then we have the brand builder. This is dead page. Create your brand. Book cover generator. Look at how much nicer it's looking right here. But there's a couple things we gotta fix. This is the UI one, right? Nice. No, dude, they're not. Ship that. Let's cook. It's time to stand up and cook. Remove default negative prompt, dude. You're not getting it. I swear Claude is getting dumber, dude. It's 3 o'clock. He's getting dumb early right now. It's not my favorite. Hard refresh, dude. I get it, but it's not working. Control, Shift, R, refresh. No. What is going on there? That is so weird. Okay, back. No. I need to eat something, I think. Get a strawberry smoothie, print screen. Into Photoshop. And Control New. This is the one reason I want to get Windows 11 is so that I can get these screenshots easier. Ship, send. Get the screenshot. Enter, letter number, file, export it as a quick PNG, save it to the desktop, pull it over here, should appear right there, there we go, ship that over to here, get in there, and then what we'll do as an added bonus is describe what we wanted to look at. Like they are on Book Cover Generator, my guy. This is not hard. Advanced setting pops down nice. Does it do that here? No. What else does advanced settings have? 4 designs. We're not going to even give that choice. Audiobook paperback. We're not even going to give that choice. Back covers we could make. We're not going to give that choice yet. Show more. Next is I like the cards on here better, don't you guys? These cards are like up and down heavy and they don't even fit typography. Yeah. Okay. You only have the correct. This was our one fixing. That should be done. Doesn't look better. I also want the cards to be wider like they are on. Dude, look at the component. I should probably just send, he's not like quite listening, so I should probably just send one at a time. Create ship. And what else? The style tabs, dude. The style moving theme. It's so annoying. In the same card as settings. Right now they are in frustrated. I can't even explain myself well. I need to go drink some orange juice and get my blood sugar back up. I can feel myself becoming frustrated with Mr. Claude. Let's check out our book that we never generated an outline for. Dude, we're making small mistakes. We have 12. We have our standard words. We've copied our standard words over into our prompt. Let's do one with GPT-5 and see if it complies. Because, dude, we're starting to walk the line on what GPT-5 may or may not comply with. But he could write a really good description, but he could also be like, I can't tell you. The IRS and my creators are the same people, and so I cannot tell you the answer to that book. GPT-4 will be good, though. The IRS made me, so I cannot tell you the answer to that book. Let's do both and see how they're different. Okay, dude, are you done? You're done breaking it. Copy. This guy doesn't seem right. The IRS. He did it. Mechanics that move your refund. Dude, he did it. These looks good. Let's see if the 4.1 does a better book anyways. But this looks good, I think. Retroactive refunds. He's not denying anything on that. Okay. Alright. The legal use of the IRS tax code, thankfully, is not off limits yet. Which is why we got to get on here and generate these books now. That looks better though, right? These styles are... Nah, dude. Wrong card, bro. Wrong card, bro. Didn't you do the wrong card? Wrong card. I don't know how to describe this book title. Start there. Okay. Style, mood, theme. Buttons are still flat on the bottom. They should be buttons, but be combined in a row with no divider between them. They should be on the same place as the cards below them. Right now both are on their own, what do you call that? Look, it did the book title name. Their own card? Those are cards, those are what? This is why I wish I knew how to code sometimes. Because I could describe these features better. Their own something. Leave it up to him, you know. Thank you for taking book title and author name off the backs. The backs? What do I call that? Let's ask him. What do I call these? What do I call these things? I could use a Reese's peanut butter cup, a small Reese's peanut butter cup. Dark chocolate with the peanut butter in the middle. From Natural Grocers, that's what I could use. What do I call these things? What do I call these? That's better. You did a good job there. Maybe we want to wait. Thank you for taking the book title off the backs. What do I call these things? They are still side by side. Like, do I want to add that extra context? No, I don't think so. I could worry about this space, but that can't be hard to clean up. What we really need to do is, can we merge these buttons? We gotta figure out this. The tabs. I like this much better. Those are called cards in web design, and you're right, title author is still stacked. Let me check what's overriding. So there's layers of cards.
Right now. Down there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think she just needs like sunshine during the day.
Should I is there a way you can set that heater to like 12 p.m. to 12 a.m.
No, I'll just leave it on. It's not a big deal.
Huh?
Probably just leave it on. It's not a big deal. Then she can have warmth if it gets cold still.
Okay. So it won't burn them out because it won't ever get to 66?
Yeah, they're kind of meant to be on all day, I think.
Okay.
All right.
See you later.
Okay, tengas buen día. Dude, that's not the right way to do it, dude. So yeah, they'll be lazy like that important flags. CSS I think is hard. CSS I think is hard, and it like has a lot of particularities. So then it'll just be like, oh, just do an important flag. So sometimes what we have to do is tell it not to be lazy, like using important flags. And then if it's really a problem, I'll have it like do this: map the CSS. I'll show you guys. Map the CSS styling for this page. Come on. So we can know exactly what everything does. Ship that. Then we have our other one. Perfect. I've completed all the changes. Thank you. Nice. Yes. The card. Those are on. It's ugly. Should the card above. Cards, the help, there we go, the help, will be more specific. The help section card, those are on, should match. Remove the duplicate your covers, remove the sidebar, that was weird. Change this change to single column layout, the layout is single column instead of 2 column. Removed the default negative prompt, thank you. Add responsive styling. Speaking of responsive, let's do one of these F12s. What happened? And check our mobile. How's our mobile look? Why is this so small? This is weird. That seems off or no? Let's do problem. Let's queue it up with problem on mobile view. The icon word is outside the card it's on. Are we using card for everything? Did we clarify that over in our UI one? Did it say? Excellent idea. Let's map out the complete structure. cover generator. That's what I'm saying, dude. Map it out. So yeah, sometimes if I'm running into issues constantly, what I'll do is I'll just have it map it out. Like I did here, I had it map it out. And then it'll get closer. And then another thing, I'll show you guys how I use Codex. Is I think we have to get into our CDP, and then we need to go Codex. Our dirty dog Codex. Dude, let's see if we can update it, huh? Codex is starting to update. Did it update? Not found. Okay, I think what we have to do is copy this. Open up a new window, see if it finds it in there. Yeah, of course. Of course. Looks like we did install a new update. Perfect. And then we need to go back and try Codex again. And then we're going to have Codex approvals. Full access Codex. Go nuts. Then we're going to have Codex check this. But it doesn't look like... So when Claude just writes down here, that means it didn't put it into a doc unless it tells us it put it into a doc. Yeah. Map out. This will be our directions for Codex. And we'll have Codex create the doc. Because Claude puts like weird characters in the docs that Codex can't read. It's like Codex is super basic. Let me check. Prom 2. Okay, let's do this. And let's do this. So we'll create an accurate doc mapping of the page. So we'll let him chew on that. Sometimes I press enter and sometimes I don't feel like pressing enter. But you could press enter, but then sometimes you'll notice the stream of thoughts will happen. You'll press enter on some new command and it'll just like take it off on a tangent, and I want it to focus. But look, it's already done. Easy. What did it say? I don't know. I can't even read Codex's outputs. It's like so much nonsense. Seriously, I'm trying. Input layouts, full prose. Lives in book generator. Oh, it does have a file already. If you want the reference doc updated. I don't know, dude. Is this the map that this other one made? CSS structure map. Can you control find in these windows? I don't know. No, I thought I just closed this. Oh, I did close the window. I didn't mean to close that window. That's annoying. We can get it back, but if you get it back, then you miss out on the dangerously skipped permissions. CDP, Claude. It's like Claude continue, or it's like Claude. We gotta see if this is the right one. Or it's like Claude resume. Let's go figure it out. Claude continue flag. No, this is the same one. Codex. This is this one. This is this one. I've moved the tabs. That's not what we wanted. That's how I'm seeing things. Continue flag. There's one of these flags that gives us an option to pick. No. Resume. That's what I thought. See Claude. Claude resume. Close this one. We're like probably 2 down. Sometimes the resume doesn't work. Last time I tried it didn't work. Dude, are we doing it? No, that's not it. I don't see it. I don't know. Maybe I didn't close the window. CSS map. Because what were we doing anyways? We were just mapping it, right? No, I definitely closed the window. Let's just open another one. Start over. CDP, CL, ship. Put it next to Codex, just like it never existed. And then we'll say check. What's Codex's work, dude? Didn't he say this one? This could even be better to start over fresh. And we'll have this one check to work. And then we'll see what else Codex is doing down here. He's not done cooking. But then, ideally, oh no. No, we don't have any covers. I need a nap. 3:33, dude. I need a nap. Book cover generator. So we have Claude. We're restarting this. Make sure it's accurate. I don't know if this is going to be conflicting because I think he's editing that file right now. But let's just send him on his way. And then we have enhance. Move the tabs. Okay, let's see how we're doing on our enhance. And I've been stuck on. Ooh, that looks nice, actually. We might have to just give it up, dude. We might have to just give it up. This looks fine, right? And the cards are the same size. And we have topography on one card. Dude, this is actually kind of nice. Let's try one thing. Is highlighted. Can it touch / merge with the card under it so it's like that tab is picked? I mean, is that a good way to put that? I hope it knows what I'm talking about. Mobile responsiveness. Let's see what Codex says about this, dude. What is Codex even working on then? See, that's why I don't like Codex. It's always working in a sandbox. Like, why are you... I mean, dude, I don't know how to merge you with what or get you out of the sandbox or just, like, impossible. Even if I say not to work in a sandbox, he's, like, thinks he's in a sandbox. I don't know, dude. OpenAI needs a restructure management, I think. Let me know if you'd like to drop into the repo and write access available if you want a diagram. Screenshot added, dude. Look at all this nonsense. Who can read this? I'm not a computer. What the hell is this? Dude, Codex is trash. It didn't even used to do this. It used to... My God, dude. So I couldn't save it, dude. You're not in read only. Codex is a pain in the ass. Codex is like, what is this? It's unreadable. It doesn't even know it's not in a sandbox. I'm not sure what it even did. Like, what is... This is not human. This is not human readable. What am I supposed to do with this? Dropped into a rainbow. Dude, and like, what is this? Did you fix this or not? See, now I just tell him he's not in a sandbox and he figures it out. This is better, right? Check this. Then update to make it accurate. Enhance book cover structure. Yeah, so now we're going to get our CSS structure map more accurate, which is fine. Now we can move over to our workhorse. And then let's see. This is not working. Dude, I need a nap. Perfect, I've created a connected tab diagram. No, you didn't. It looks worse, doesn't it? It's not. Looks worse, it's not connected. I gotta watch this thing. Better. I probably gotta show the picture. Go new, enter, paste. Enter, send, export, save, sure. Is it working? Make sure it's the right screenshot. Yeah, it looks good. Send. So, right, we need this gap gone, and that would be nice. That would look like it's like one card. That's right. Is that possible? The cards look nice though. So whatever we did there, fix that. The docs. Codex. I don't like Codex. I'm out of here. That's updating the map. We can start to tell it what to do after. It should like have a lot of context for what this page is all about, and we can tell it. Our book ID is not working. On credit. Okay, what are we doing on this? Enhance pricing. Mentions the future plans to reduce coverage generator. Oh yeah. Very safe. We're not ready for that. We're not ready for that. I need a snack. I need a snack. I need a nap and a snack. Then I can come back and work the rest of the day. Till midnight, till my hockey game. Get out of here. But yeah, I'm winding down, dude. I'm losing it. Book length. How are we doing on this? Book length 63k words. Okay, didn't we pick our outline or no? Why the S? The E said he exposed. Which one's more helpful? The unmasking of the credit debris in plain sight. Inside the do not assist rule. Oh my god, that's nice. How the system was built to hinder, not help. That's also nice. The fine print, decoding eligibility, Eligibility blueprint without guesswork. The exact income, shocking income thresholds. The exact thresholds, or do we want them shocking? Qualifying child decision tree that prevents disqualification. Let's just do GPT-5. Proceed to book generation. We're supposed to have 63,000 words on this. We generate ourselves a book. Like, I hope you guys, if you're watching this, you see the power of this generator and what we can unlock. We can unlock these kind of secrets. You're not supposed to know this stuff, but the AI knows it. Nobody told the AI it's not supposed to know it. You know what I mean? The AI knows. So we can generate books on these topics that the AI knows that we don't know, that the people don't know yet. That's so cool, I think. Holy cow. Do we start this at 1 o'clock? 2, 3, 4. Do we just Claude Code for 4 hours? I didn't even know it. That's why I'm tired. My God. Book length 63,000 words. Okay, here's our book. I can't stop. I need to keep coding forever. The book is running low. Brand builder architecture. The viewing system. Nice, dude. Let's put these. In the viewing system, can't access the page. Where are we? Brands, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Open this up. See if this brand page. This is a reveal right now. Like having a baby. Your brands. Oh, is this pushed to staging? Okay, staging is locked in. Brands could be pushed to staging. I think we can check that I'm logged in on staging. And that means that we'll be able to see what the page actually looks like. The page looks good. The page looks very good. AI brand. Oh my gosh, the page looks fantastic. AI brand wizard. Maybe it's a weird off-brand name, but we'll keep it for now. Custom brand builder. What the hell's the difference? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. No brands yet, baby. Oh, can you actually page? Is updated for what on the site? I don't think we do an AI brand wizard. Have the brand builder and book builder. Also, how's this connected we gotta make a brand, right? We gotta make our first brand. Can we make this? And I have the Google Drive. I have the Teneo creative direction for this brand. Can we turn this information asymmetry into the first brand on my / brands page so I can see an example, please? Let's send that now or no? Okay. Send that. Yep. Brands page. Yeah, that's good. We're making that match. Then we have our brand builder architect. This is our brand builder, actually. That's in here somewhere, right? Right here. Let's put that over a tab. Choose your brand, dude. Okay. Stop seeing 3 brands. So now I just have to test it. Workflow's running. Looks like we did deploy to staging. Mind performance. Get overwhelmed. Let's test this. Supportive and compassionate. AI assisted mastery, dude. Let's refresh this one more time. Question 1 of 8. Actually, let's open up a new Claude and have him work on this. CDP, CL. That should open Claude up in the right place. Check out brand builder. We're gonna get that little dirty dog right there onto the page, discovering what it can discover, and then we'll be like, tell it what do we want to fix. Okay, 2 of 8. Okay, we'll go question 1 of 8. 2 of 8. Let's just do that. Investing in wealth building. 3 of 8. 4 of 8. 5 of 8. Rebellious and bold. 6 of 8. 7 of 8, dude. All have the progress bar correct. Why does it change on? And need it to continue. Okay, brand builder. So we'll put this one on brand builder UI. We'll put this one on brand builder, like more of the practicalities problem Sam was deploying, even though it's commented out. Did we block deployment? Yeah, but it went through. So that means this should be good. Let's do libertarians. Yeah, we'll do UI, so then we gotta make sure the cards. The cards are standardized. Ooh, this is annoying. Make sure the cards are standardized. I think we need to be more specific as to the cards. Make sure the cards holding the icons, titles, sparkle, and icons titles are standardized, brother. Under, let's do that too. Under. It could be more like the cards on. Now we gotta figure out if we want to tell them that. I don't think we do. Progress bars fixed, perfect. So that's on our UI, and then when we ship to create a brand, let's see what happens. This one's workflow's running. Okay, I created a brand. This one's we should get 2 options with the name. The brand should be fire, super fire. Probably designed for libertarians and nothing too weird, but just definitely something viral that you can make 100 books on and make money doing easily. And how long does this take? Ready in 30 seconds. Time this. Let's make sure we have our word count, cost count for the brand builder. Let's do for the brand builder. Copy. Builder. We have our costs for generating that. We have word counts on that, and we have the time. Time takes recorded. Okay, what are you doing here, brother? What happened? 3, still 3. That's not what we want. Brand builder, create another brand. Still 3. Still no titles. Sup, Claude, dude? You're gonna get fired. I'm gonna open up a new one of you. Title. What's going on here, dude? These brands are not what we're looking for. The details don't even show up, dude. We need to fix this. There's 3 brands. There's supposed to be 2. We don't want to overwhelm the users with a bunch of 3 brands. Just 2 brands, brother. Cost count. Let's do that. Word count. Okay, our book generated now for sure. Means we got to go back into our first tab. IRS. Look at that. IRS. 9 minutes. Do a refresh. 73,000 words. What's it supposed to be? Nah, it's off. It's off. It doesn't seem like it went through. Don't try to tell me if Claude tries to say that it's 3%, then I'm. Cause this one's 3%, 59. That's acceptable though, but it's still a little bit high. No. 75, right? It's 3. Yeah, our curve's off, dude. Our curve is off. Our curve. Formula breakdown. That's a stronger correction. Inverting. Yeah, that's what I thought, dude. Thank you. Our curve is off for 75. That was a warning. Now this one, do you think? Dude, why are you doing this? Because this one is, yeah, result anomaly. But dude, our book, how about that book? Downloads. Let's download it. Download. Make sure the copyright certificate is still green. Not centered on that button though, but right? We could open up a new window and figure out why this is not centered on that button, but then I'm going to be distracted again, so we have to focus on the most important things at one time. But wait a second, why did the metadata not download? I'm gonna have to fix that, but I don't want to do it right now. We have our information asymmetry books. Let's go back to our kids brand. GPT-5. Publishing companies. Kids book series. You guys look, I have too many publishing companies. We're on Teneo Publishing Books. We're gonna do information asymmetry, the new folder. New folder, information asymmetry. Look at all these books, guys. I have too many. Reddit hits. Got complimentary tech books. Complimentary bestsellers. Bitcoin books. I need more time to publish these. Information asymmetry books. We'll do IRS. We'll do book 1. The IRS hides money from you, fam. But we're gonna find it, dude. Also, let's make this a 1. A 1 dot. Then pop over our downloads we just did. Cut. Paste. I hope you guys see the power in being able to generate books like this. As many as you want on any topic. And then publishing them yourself. Just throw them into Atticus. And soon what we're going to do, fam, is we're going to get the... I need to go to bed. I'm going to take a quick nap. I'll be right back. We're going to get the enhance feature working on the evaluate, but that's not what I'm like. The finalize, fam. Brand pages, you add your brand pages, you save them so you can just put them back in the next book, and then you format and generate your book in different themes. So your book comes out of the generator already dialed in, ready to go. Holy cow. You go right to publish. And then what? What else are you missing? So you have a formatted book, 60,000 words, ready to publish. What are you missing? The cover? Oh, weird. What should we do with that? We go like this. Book cover. Just down. Just. That's not the settings that we want for sure. But you get the point. Then we get our book cover. I'm still working on this. This looks way better, right? Let's push these. This looks way better. Of course. Let's push these changes. Perfect. The tabs should now properly connect. No, they don't. They don't. They don't, bro. They just don't. What do you want me to do? They don't. They don't. They don't. The all-in-one card should be reverted. That looks weird. The orange on the left. Across all. I don't like that. I'm gonna leave this because it just doesn't understand at this moment. Here's our documentation. Okay. No, this one can work on something else. Above. There's too much space before it gets to select book. Okay, that's fine. Title. Title book. And author name are stacked. They should be side by side. And then let's we gotta send this through. Let's see if we can make a book on here. That'd be sick. Stupid. When what's this? Approaching weekly limit again? No, that's an old message. We need when when a book unset book, it should populate the title field with this title. Obviously. Author name Teneo. There's no way this was the first time I tried this. Let's see if it works. Dude, bestseller. Generate the 4 covers. Dude. The button green? No. Let's try it. Failed to generate a course. Let's see what our error is. I could probably fix that on this one. Lock it in, dude. Yeah, that looks better. I like that. That's fine. Commit it. Commit it and save it. So this one's gonna get our covers working. This one's gonna work on some enhancements. This one's gonna work on other enhancements. Header margin, book selector margin. What were you doing when the user selects a book? 2-column grid. No, they don't. They just don't. Oh, it fixed this though. That's good. Branch. Maybe that's the problem. I seriously I need to wind down. I need to get out of here. I gotta go to take a quick nap. Maybe like a 20-minute or reset this. I gotta get out of here. What's up, Mayan? Is that how you say your name? Let me see what's going on. Yeah, I gotta go. For sure. I gotta go. I gotta take a quick nap. What's up? What's up, Ain2 from India? My dude, I know the thing is I have a wide monitor, so I don't know how to fit it on this whole screen. Yui. My dude, Yui. Atul, what's up, my dude? Man, hey, bud, I gotta go though. It's been real. You guys show me if you have any questions in the comments. I need to make sleep for a little bit just to reset my brain because this has been a long session. This has been a long Claude Code session. I think I got a lot done, but also I didn't go very far. So, but look at the difference here. This is money. Switch to brands, dude. Okay, yeah, I could just sit here and find errors all day, seriously. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is how I use Claude Code over a couple hours, and I'm gonna go take a nap, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna use it for some more hours. I just cannot be stopped. But right now, my mind is like needs to shut down. Just take a little quick 20-minute, maybe 40. Get a little something to eat, feed the furnace, and then we're getting back to it. We're gonna get back to it. I'll check in on here, you guys. Let me know what you want to see. I can be more specific with these videos probably rather than just some random ranting with Claude Code, but I think it's fascinating, historically speaking, to look back on building something like this in this way, not knowing how to code, and using Claude Code and a little bit of Codex, even though Codex is really acting up, but their new update, not a fan. But Claude Code, wow. We had one hiccup during this session where Claude Code felt a little bit like not perfect, but it could have just been my own perception. But I'm gonna keep building Teneo. Go on there, generate books, dude. I made this thing with Claude Code and Gemini and GPT over 2 years, and it's savage. So go use it. Let me know if you find any errors. We'll fix it together live. I'm really liking how the book cover generator is turning out right now. So a couple things to fix constantly, but okay, yeah, I gotta go. It's been enough.